Well, what's the motherfucking deal, man? Welcome to the Den. I am your host. Uh, I'm your host, Ed Honcho. Welcome to the Den. All right, what the hell is wrong with you, man? I ate apples. Oh, well. I'd like to welcome you to the Den, man. This is the best conversation on the entire internet. Even though I'm eating an apple, I ain't talking about that. The reason why is because of you wonderful people who come and join the conversation every time. Let's set this like that's a little bit better. Every time we do go live. So I thank you for being here. I do definitely appreciate you, each and every one of you. So tonight we're going to talk about interracial dynamics, right? And I'm not talking about like interracial with the I. I'm talking about entering racial dynamics. So like every race has their cultural nuances, right? Right. There's like a good and a bad, and usually the bad is always allocated with some type of racial slur. Um, and so what I want to do tonight is because we do have people of different cultures and races in the den. I want to talk about that. I want to talk about the inside secrets of racism, right? I want to be a better racist. So we got to talk about each other. We got to give each other the racist game, right? I want to know all the cool racial slurs for whatever race, you know. I'm a big fan of racial. I think they're hilarious. Like, well, it's so hurt. They're only hurtful if you let the shit be hurtful, right? Don't fucking be weird. We're gonna get into that, man. So let's talk about it. First, let me see who we got joining us today, and we're gonna have a great conversation. And it's To Be Tuesday. We didn't. There's no allocated To Be person, so it's kind of one or two things, right? And we'll take a vote. I'll do a little poll or something. Actually, we'll put the poll up now, right? So we can rewatch last night's Tubi, or not like last week's Tubi movie, which was the Buffs or Buffing Up, something like that. Or we can pick somebody, and somebody can pick a movie during the stream, right? And if that case, I think J Mel was last, so he'd have to popcorn somebody. So let me just do this real quick. Or okay, and I can't spell shit. Uh, this is not even a real poll. Also, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just stop using the old bot because I know the spelling. I'm not gonna fix the spelling thing because I'm trying to use the new bot. There's a lot more shit going on with that. So I'm gonna start using the new bot to start letting it accrue the points. I got a couple of things that may or may not be working on that. There's some of the shit I got to test live, so we'll see how that goes. I'll show y'all some of the new commands as we're getting things going. I mean, that's all I can think of right now. So let's see what we got joining us and let's get into it. Do 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 do. What's going on? I appreciate y'all, each and every one of y'all, man. I thank y'all for being here. Shit. This motherfucking bot done just went crazy, just started running his mouth. I don't even know where he was. I saw D the Gamma. I do believe was first name. Shout out to the lovely Miss D the Gamma. I see Chill Out. What's the motherfucking deal? It's all an illusion. What's the motherfucking deal? Let me see. J Mail. Uh, if DeMarcus pop up, we'll see about that. Because then I got to go look for his name and do all. I don't want to do the work. I don't want to do the work of change the wrench. But if he pop up, we'll see what's up with that. Shout out to J Mail. Let me see. The lovely Miss Guy Garcia joining us this evening. DeMarcus can't handle power. I agree. DeMarcus time Shelly out in the sauce, right? That's what it was. Shelly came into the sauce on some bullshit and and DeMarcus time. That's probably the best thing DeMarcus ever did. Dre, what's the motherfucking deal? 335. Peace. Oh, Miss Meat, what the hell? See, we get to talk about racing. Here come Miss Meat from ATL Georgia. Shout, rise up, rise up. Yeah, sit y'all ass down. Anyway, good to see you, Miss Meat. The lovely Miss Meat joining us this evening. Hopefully, we hear from her on the line tonight. Do 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 do. Miss Bell Northside in the building. Uh, Look at J Mel pause J Mel be pausing shit that don't need to be paused. He's an over pauser. Right? No, Shelly didn't. What you talking about? You wasn't even in there. Was you in there lurking in the sauce, Miss Beat? If you was, get your ass out of there too. Alright, so we gonna have some fun tonight, man. I've been trying my best to avoid talking about. I said I wasn't gonna bash women, right? So I'm trying to do my best to keep this a gender neutral conversation. Y'all can bash women all you want. I just said I'm gonna try my best not to do it. It's not gonna work. I'm trying. Okay, I'm trying. Cause I had a bunch of videos pop up that I was gonna use to prove my point, but they were mostly women. And I just said I'm trying I'm working on being a better man. I promise. Y'all say, oh, you bash every night. All you do is bash the women. Because women deserve bashing. And y'all dudes deserve bashing too. But it's just, y'all, we've been getting bashed for long. Y'all deserve way more bashing, right? So, take a little shot of Hornitos, right? I saw a video the other day talking about how most tequilas are like fake tequilas. Right? And it's kind of crazy because I was thinking about it. They were saying like Casamigos is fake, 1800 is fake. A lot of the popular shit that niggas love, I think they were saying Cuervo was fake. And I was thinking about that. Then I was thinking about that recommendation that Miss Sarah gave me, that Tres Generaciones. I don't even know if I say that right, but it sounds authentico. But and that shit is delicious, and it tastes so. It's way better tasting than that shit. What happens is when niggas get like hyped on shit, they start selling that shit. But this is part of the racial dynamic of the good and the bad, right? So we'll start off with the people I know the best, right? The ones, white people. I'm just joking. So we'll start off with the black dynamic, right? So the black dynamic, you got black people, you got niggas. But what has happened, like with all black culture, niggas have gotten culturally appropriated. Right now, niggas have gone into the other races. There's Asian niggas, there's Mexican niggas, there's white niggas. I don't know what a Cambodian is, but I'm sure there's Cambodian niggas, right? There's niggas of every caliber, right? There's Alaskan niggas. Like, there's really Alaskan niggas. Like, there's niggas in Alaska. It's too fucking cold to be a nigga in Alaska doing crime, right? Like, some people say that crime is just inherently in the black blood. I'm starting to believe it. Like, if you a nigga in Alaska and you outside, it's in the blood. It's in the blood, right? Because it's like, it's too fucking, I don't want to go out when it's under 60 degrees. Like, 65 is risking it for me. Like, I'm shutting all plans down. The whole op is shut down. It's 65 degrees outside. I quit. I'm done. You know, fuck it. I'm snitching. It's 65 degrees. Like, I ain't got time for this shit. You know what I'm saying? But all bullshit to the side. Like, niggas is in 0 and below degree weather. The sun ain't even shining. The sun ain't even shining. Like, what is you niggas doing? What are you niggas? You doing drills on snowmen? Like, what are you really fucking doing? Like, what are you fucking out there robbing caribou? Like, what do you really got the fuck to do in Alaska? Like what the fuck? I'm starting to, I don't know, man. I don't know. And like, I'm just concerned, right? Like, what the fuck? It's Alaska. Like, niggas ain't even shooting. Niggas got high-powered snow machines and shit. Bury niggas in the snow. I don't even know what kind of crime you committed. Like, what do you steal? Right? Snow, the Alaskan king crab heist. You know what I'm saying? That's like, you got to hit a lick on these crabs. Nigga, what you trying to do? Nigga post on the block selling crab legs. Right? You know, I might, now I'm thinking about it, and I'm joking. But with all the shit, the black bitches in the South, I guess they everywhere. Maybe they just the black bitches in the South. They're loving these crab legs. I already told y'all about the crab leg scenario. You know what's going on with this. I might need a Alaskan nigga plug to slang me some illegal Alaskan crab legs down here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I got it. I done figured it out. African niggas are a disgrace to all the blacks. Like, black people, black. When you say black, it's usually like black Americans. That's what people are defining it as, black Americans. But like, African people are cool. But African niggas are like the worst of all the niggas, right? Like, how you gonna be extra niggerish with a overly thick accent? Like, I can't even understand your niggerisms, right? And then you like niggerish and tribal. But you got it's some next level gutter warrior shit going on. Them motherfuckers fucking niggas up with machetes and shit. Caribbean niggas, you island niggas kind of like them African niggas too. But like even with that culture, I'm talking about the good bad. Like Africans work harder than American blacks and everything. They work harder than American blacks at crime if they're gonna be criminals. They work harder than American blacks at like good jobs, real education and shit. So the Africans are just better than American blacks. God damn it. They are. They're better criminals. They're better. And like think about it. Them motherfuckers in Nigeria, they on fucking Windows 98, and they still finessing motherfuckers for thousands of dollars. Right? Niggas out here crying about some fucking work in America in the land of the free. All right, them niggas are the GOAT. They had a whole scam named after them. Delta Echo Go was some motherfucking deal. Like, the African niggas is just top notch. That's like, they the niggas of niggas. Right? But yet they still winning. Like, them motherfuckers ain't even in this country finessing motherfuckers. They finessing motherfuckers in all kind of ways. So African niggas are next level niggas, right? But, so we talk about culture, we talk about dynamics, the goods and the bad. But like I say, every race has their positive version, and then they have like their negative version. But the only real difference between like the positive and negative version is the level of fun they entertain. You know what I mean? Like it's because they be out there fucking fighting lions. I've seen a nigga that in the joke who probably be out there uppercutting Simba all damn day. Oh man, I saw a joke today. It was super funny. It was the delivery was poor, like because it was a stand up, but it was like the delivery was kind of poor, but the joke itself was fucking funny, right? And basically he was talking about Disney hated black people in the 90s, right? And it was funny. Because he talked about shit. White Princess, Beauty and the Beast, Snow White, whatever, cool, you got it. Asian, Mulan. I forgot who the other one was. He was talking about all the different races of princesses. He was like, with black, talking animals, right? And it was funny because he's like, okay, he's like, because nobody wants to see a bunch of African princess or prince, whatever. And then he goes, but to make it realistic to the black people, you gotta have him grow up without his dad. And I thought that shit was fucking the soul of fake era. Dog, the coldest scammer of all time, or in modern history, Hush Puppy, ain't he a Nigerian? Like that motherfucker was banging, he just got too fly. Like, motherfucker had too much money. He didn't have, like, the motherfuckers had too much money and just like want to be Instagram famous. Like, I don't understand. See, this is something I don't have in me. Like, and it's weird because like I'm talking on the internet, right? Like, I have no urge to want to be famous. Like, it's like if I hit the lottery tomorrow, right? Because it's Wednesday. Wednesday's tomorrow, right? What's the lottery? Powerball, Texas Lotto, whatever, right? If I hit the lottery tomorrow, I wouldn't tell anybody anything. Like, I wouldn't say anything. Right? Because then you're going to have fucking family and people who ain't never fucked you coming up. You know, I'll have these fucking cousins that you ain't never seen before. I remember, I'm Aunt Gracie's nephew. I ain't got no fucking Aunt Gracie, nigga. The fuck I look like? You come, you got to start, doing bad stuff to people because they get weird, right? You're going to be nervous. So, like, I would still stream. Like, I would change my streaming location. Like, I'd buy a whole super studio setup. And I'd film the worst content of all time and wasting a lot of money, right? But it would be great. But I know I can't win because I already know exactly what kind of content I would make if I want to like. And it would not be wholesome. It would not be positive. It would not be empowering. It would not be. It would be the worst shit ever seen on TV. It would be terrible, morally compromising entertainment, right? And it's not to prove a point this way or that way. It's just because I know it would be shit that people will watch. Like, I wouldn't fuck it, pay them off. I got a lawyer. Shit, yeah, that might be the first thing motherfucker would have to go get you some legal services on retainer. Man, look, I'm trying to tell y'all. Like, if I win the lottery and y'all just see this content shift real crazy. Like, what the fuck? What happened to Hunch? Y'all know I got too much money and I've gotten bored, right? Because it's already, I won't say it's difficult to like entertain. I'm a simple person. right? I'm entertained by simple things. When people start getting weird, I'm like, I don't know. This shit, I don't know. It starts to spark strange ideas in my mind, right? And then, whatever. But, we'll leave that alone. There's the lovely Miss Sarah Lou. How are you doing? Top Baker, what's the motherfucking deal? So yeah, if that's that. But, so every race has like their pros and cons, right? So I remember, I always tell you my best friend and family Hispanic, right? Like, so I never knew certain slang terminologies for Hispanic people, right? The first time I ever heard the term wetback was from a Mexican person, right? I had no idea what the fuck that meant. Till they explained it to me, and I was like, oh, beaner. First time I ever heard that was from a Hispanic person, right? So it's like, well, y'all keeping some good secret slurs. You know, they share these with me, right? But again, you think the pros and you think the cons. The only difference, and I think in any group, and I may be wrong, is again, like I was saying, the level of fun that the good have from the bad. The bad tend to be pro instant gratification, pro having more fun, instant money, whatever it may be, right? And so when you are of that mindset, you tend to get the negative outcome of things. I think people who are considered good people, the good version of people, when they do have fun, they do the same shit. Bad people are considered quote unquote bad. I'm just using this to not have to go down every racial slur with every group. They do the exact same shits that bad people quote unquote do. They just the extent that they do it, right? Like, you think rich people who out here on business, they're just good, wholesome. Like, they fucking partying. They do the most drugs, right? They do the better drugs. They get the good shit. They get the custom drugs. They got motherfuckers they pay to fucking make designer drugs for them, right? So, so it's like, I don't think I've heard that. I don't think that was one that was used frequently. Or that my partner never used frequently. It was another one. What was another one? Now, of course, like there's the regulars, the basic profanities in Spanish. Those are always good, but I don't think those are like racial slurs or anything. Now, all my white racisms have definitely come from every other race but white people, right? I don't ever hear white people, look at that honky over there, right? Look at that gosh darn cracker. Look at him. He's just cracking it up. Like, white people are trying not to associate with their bads, right? Like, white people, they try to disassociate from their bad. Like I always say, you never see Bill Gates riding through the fucking trailer park. Right? You'll see Jay-Z fucking off in the project somewhere for whatever reason, temporarily, right? But you ain't gonna ever see Bill Gates riding through the trailer park. Bill Gates is not gonna subject himself to some fucking, old trailer meth lab explosion just to say he down with the white folks, right? He's not gonna do it. Be more careful. How are you doing? Good evening to you. So like I say, every race has their pros and cons, right? And people may see it differently. People may, whatever. But it's just a part of the culture, right? It's always a part of the culture. Me personally, when I talk about the black people, and I'm like dead off in the middle somewhere. Like I can be extremely niggerish in the right moment, and sometimes I can just be a decent person. I think it's dynamic. I might be more niggerish than decent sometimes. I don't know, right? Who knows? But again, it's all dynamic. So what I want to talk about tonight, I'm not gonna rant too long. I'm gonna show y'all one thing. I didn't save it. And this is not even about bashing women, okay? This is not a woman bash. This may be more of a political bash, right? Let me see if I saved it. I hope I did. Damn, I did not. Okay. I'm gonna show y'all one thing, right? This is not a woman band. I'm not even gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna show y'all the video. I'm gonna just show y'all the video, right? Just hear me out. I'm not even gonna say shit. I'm gonna show y'all the video. I'm gonna let y'all decide whatever the fuck y'all want to think about this shit for yourself. I can't bash. I'm not gonna bash, right? But I'm gonna pull up 2 videos before we open up the line. I'll let y'all see this one.
Yeah, the first question is, where's Joe?
Not this one. Fuck that. I actually wanted to do an update on that story because she has been going. This broad said, "Oh, Huncho don't bash." This woman said, and I would like to know y'all's thoughts, right? I'm gonna check the poll. I'm gonna end the Tubi Tuesday poll here in a second too. So make sure y'all get y'all's vote for the Tubi Tuesday if y'all want Josh to popcorn somebody, to pick somebody new, and they have to pick a Tubi Tuesday before we go live this evening in the Discord, or if y'all want to rewatch the Buffs, make sure you vote. That same woman I just showed y'all, right? She said bodies don't count if they're part of your adult entertainment career. I would like to know what y'all think about that. Is that true or false? Do y'all believe that? Do bodies count if they're part of an adult acting career? I mean, it's business. You're getting paid for it, right? Would that also be the same as bodies don't count if they were in prostitution? I don't know. I'm not bashing. I'm just asking questions. I'd like to know what y'all think about that, right? Y'all let me know. And while y'all do that, I'm going to pull up this thing, this other video. And again, I'm not bashing. I'm not saying anything. I'm just showing you guys some content. I'll let you guys think what you want to. If you want to refer to it when the call takes place, you're more than willing to do that. I'm going to try to pull up this other video while I show you this. And then I'm going to take some calls. I promise I'm not going to talk all stream like I've been doing lately.
Yes, the first.
Can you explain what an incel is?
So an incel is just like someone who is involuntarily celibate. That loser sitting on Reddit for 23 hours a day with Cheeto dust and empty Mountain Dew cans all around them. And it just has a real stank smell that is involved with these people. I'm just going to paint you an image, and like the fedora's a little crusty, and the beard, the neck beard is strong, but the facial hair is weak. And there's a bald spot in the back, and you can just see the fedora just hanging on for dear life. And he's sitting there muttering under his breath about how like Jessica Alba's ugly.
Right.
You know, like that's what you're talking about.
Can you explain what an incel is?
So an incel is just...
So, you know, it's the internet. Everybody's allowed to talk and have their opinions about life. I mean, you know, everybody's allowed to, you know, it's America. You can buy a camera. And if you're willing to get on camera and be... I'm going to be honest. Like, I've been looking at my whole streaming career after watching this clip, and I've been doing it all wrong. I've been doing it all... I have not been bold enough. I mean... Good God, my pride is something. I don't know. Good grief. Oh, what happened to that? I retweeted that, and where's it at? Because good grief. Oh, that's terrible. I know I shared that. What happened to that freaking video? Oh, that sucks. I had a good video I wanted to share with you guys of Sheila Jackson Lee. And I thought it was very interesting. She was talking to one of her staffers about something, right? And it's funny how black people think that these politicians are, you know, for them. And if you would listen to the way that she talks to her staff, a person who works directly for her, right, who is directly under her leadership, and the way that she talks to this person, the way she disrespects him and some other of her coworkers, right, you would think, does she really give a fuck about the average everyday person? Obviously she doesn't, right? Because most niggas are too stupid to. I'm gonna leave that. We'll look at it another time. I'm not gonna go too fine. But like I said, I'm not bashing. I'm not hating. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna do it. See, look at y'all trying to entice me. I see Miss Meat is doubting. is doubting. I like being racist towards British folks. Oh, terrible. No, I said I was gonna go a week without bashing, so I'm gonna do my best. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It's crazy. Yeah. Oh man, that's what I'm saying. Oh, that lady's again. But she did that. She set that shit up, and it's on him though. It's on him because he knew she was a film freak, and he signed up for it. So I mean, I don't even fault her for being who she was. Right? It's just that some of the things she got on, she lined her motherfucking ass off. Oh yeah. Oh man, look, bro. I'm not hating. Everybody is beautiful, right? Everybody's beautiful inside. But you kind of gotta know your audience. You gotta have a level of self-awareness. But hey, maybe shit, she's going more viral than I am. So I mean, shit. Where should you get that? Like, I'm just terrible. Anyway, so let's open up the line. Let's get ready to take some calls. Talking about entering the race dynamics. So, whatever race you may be, whatever your background may be, we'll talk about the specific dynamics of your particular culture, right? And before I get the line fired up, before we switch it, I'm going to take me a little shotty shot. And Broderick's here. Shout out to Broderick. Broderick get on my damn nerves. It was a very interesting conversation that took place in the den last night. So shout out to everybody who's involved in that. I'm not going to say too much more about it. If you were there, if you weren't, well, it is what it is. But kudos to you and your attempt to do whatever you were doing. I'm going to be honest. Miss Sarah. I'm not going to wear the hoochie daddy shorts. I can't do it, right? There's probably a lot of goofy shit I would do for the sake of entertainment. Like, I'd dress up in some kind of stupid ass mascot costume and run around doing goofy shit before I run around in some hoochie daddy shorts. Like, and it's funny because I've had female friends suggest certain things. I'm like, you need to do this and you need to do that and you need to do this. You see this nigga over here doing it and see it work for him. And so, and it's just like, yeah, I get it. I mean, I get it. But I don't know. It's not. The world don't work the way you want to. You gotta use what you can to get on and do what you gotta do, right? To get to where you're trying to get. But I don't know. It's just something about the way that people do certain things. I don't like it. But I ain't gonna lie. I'm finna start doing some super clout chasey ass shit. But I'm gonna do it in a way with integrity, right? So just make sure you're following all proper social medias. Make sure you're following Ed Huncho HTX on Instagram, on the X. I'm not talking about the drug. I'm talking about the shit formerly known as Twitter. And y'all know this is the den, man. If you ain't pre-roll, you're out of control. If you ain't got your nice adult beverage to get your mind right, hey, we in here having a good time tonight. That's what we do in the den. I'm gonna try to minimize it because I want everybody to have a good time in the den. Oh, son of a bitch. Oh, I almost fumbled. Almost had a major fumble. That was terrible. See, I'm talking all this shit. I gotta set these headphones on wireless. This wire is causing all kind of fucking chaos right now. All right. What did you say, Miss Bell? Was that a racist statement? Are you saying that black men don't have moral compasses? Is that what you're saying right now, Miss Bell? That's what I feel like you're insinuating. I should have known from some of those statements you made yesterday evening. All right, let's go real quick. Check the poll. J Mail, you got to popcorn somebody. So we got about an hour and a half before the stream will be over with. So you can popcorn somebody, and then whoever is going to be active in the Tubi Tuesday tonight, put hashtag Tubi, so that way J Mail will know who he can tag. And if you've already had a pick for Tubi Tuesday night, don't hashtag Tubi. Let somebody else get a chance to get a pick for Tubi Tuesday night, so J Mail will know. Yeah, exactly. Right? Y'all missed it last night. Miss Bell said I was one of the good black people. I was extremely offended. J Mail heard it. He peeped it. I never thought out there trying to do what's right. What was it? What was it? What was the one we watched? You out here thinking you better than people? Oh yeah, man. So it's all right. It's all right. But I like giving Miss Bella a hard time. Let me open up the line, man. Again, so I'm telling you, it's just it's so much. Let me see. Let me try something, and then I'm gonna get this party started. Cause I know y'all like. All right, let's try that. Let's get this fired up. Just open up the Lizine, and actually, this already open. I got my stuff together here. Okay. All right. So there's a couple of things. I be want to tell y'all the shit I got planned and work. It's just so much shit. I just pop them up a little bit at a time because I do have something for the calls. I'm gonna start doing a little bit differently too. I told y'all at the beginning of the stream, though, if you were here at the beginning of the stream yesterday, don't repeat it. If they weren't there to hear what one of the new features of the Den will soon be, they just missed out on that, or they have to go back and watch it. But definitely working on that one. And when that is ready, I can't wait. That's going to be a great time. All right. Well, what's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the Den this evening? What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the Den this evening?
This is Be More Careful. How are you?
I'm doing well. Be more careful. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing well. How are you doing? I have an echo. How am I coming across on your screen?
I can hear you clear, but I can hear a background. I can hear like echo in your background.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am. Sound good now. All right.
Okay.
Let me be more careful. How have you been?
It's my birthday.
It's your birthday. Okay, well, happy birthday. First and foremost. Yeah, look, I'm gonna take a shot for you for your birthday. So how we turn 29 again?
Yeah.
Okay.
That again.
Okay. All right, I got you. All right, so what's the plans for the birthday?
I really don't have any plans. And actually, I'm going to be 53. I'm not going to lie about it. It is what it is. I'm going to be 53, and everything is what it is in my life. Kids are grown. Everybody's out pretty much out the nest, doing their own thing. So life is good. And I'm a couple drinks of Hennessy in. So
okay. Look, let me catch up. Let me. I'm trying to get on your level.
So shot o'clock, everybody. Now, I watched this thing. Oh my God. Stephen A. Smith had the best response to everything that you talked about. There is no way on earth that you should ever disparage your spouse. I mean, this is I guess this is the we can't even say the 90s. What is this? What do we call this generation of women?
I don't even know because if I'm not mistaken, you would think she would be part of. She was 51, isn't she? I believe she's 51, 52, something like that. So I wouldn't even classify as this part of this generation unless we're just talking about the overall modern mentality.
And that's the problem. Everyone's come up with everyone's trying to turn a hoe into a housewife, and so you got Cardi B marrying Offset, and everybody thinks that is this amazing thing that happened, and they're just like this super couple. But how many strippers are really getting married to men? How many people are wiping up hoes? It just doesn't turn out that way. I mean, we're getting to the point that men aren't even going to want to get married anymore to anyone because they're going to be too afraid to take that chance. Prenups are going to be a regular thing in, in their lives. And it's just, I mean, the disrespect that was shown to her husband. I mean, it's like you're sitting there on live talking to the world about your man while he's standing there and he's defenseless because he can't really attack you. Like, if he was attacking, say this was the other way around, and then she started to go off, everybody would be like commending her for defending herself against this tyrant. But since it was her doing everything, no one's saying anything about it. You disgraced your man. You humiliated him. I mean, it was nothing he could do. I mean, I felt sorry for the guy, but then at the same time, he made a lot of bad decisions in his life with money. He amassed for $81 million over his NFL or career, whatever he was doing, and he squandered it away. He probably squandered it away trying to impress this woman with all the businesses that she said that she had set up. But all these businesses that she had set up, she still has to go to the OnlyFans page. Yeah. So she's just as dumb as he is because obviously nothing worked out. I just, there's no commending any of this stuff. You got Megan Thee Stallion. You got Hot Girl this. You got the Atlanta mayor, Hot Girl this. You got all of these all of these women in these positions of power who saying, my body, my choice, and everything. That makes no sense in any regard. And as far as I stand on that subject, we're in 2023. There's no reason for an unwanted pregnancy. So this my body, my choice crap, to me, is a non-starter. Because unless you're raped or there's some life and death situation, there is no reason for an unwanted pregnancy because there are too many forms of birth control. So when she threw that in there, my body, my choice, that just made me see red. You're out here being a hoe because you want to be a hoe, not because of anything your man is doing.
But she's justifying it because, hey, that's what I used to do before, or you accepted me that way, so it's still okay. And you had a lot of women who were kind of championing behind that, like it's okay. And I kind of agree with you that men are looking at this and they're looking at how a lot of these women are nowadays, and it's not a benefit to go into these situations without taking some precautions, like you said, having a prenup. And I don't even think people look at marriage the same anymore. Like, I don't think people are looking at marriage for the long-term benefit. I think people are in rental relationships now. And they look at somebody and like, hey, I could be with this person for a few years, and then on to the next one. And it's kind of how it is now. It's like, oh, I'll be with this for a little while. I'll do something like this for a little while. I'm going through this phase, or I'm going through that phase. It's not about that commitment and that loyalty to that one person that those vows that you made. And I know things happen, but it's like the mentality people are going into these relationships with now is that, it's just something to do. It doesn't hold the same weight like it used to, in my opinion.
It's like when I married my husband, it was like I knew who he was inside morally, and to think that at any point in our relationship, during our marriage, that I could get away with telling him that I just have a difference of opinion and it's my body and you're not satisfying me, so it's okay for me to go to somebody else. You know, that's why I just put the comment in there about she's lucky to have her life, because I understand that in real life, in real situation, when you're standing there in front of your husband who vowed to love you and everything, you have given your life to this person.
Yeah.
And literally giving your life to this person. And to say the stuff that she was saying, she wasn't just saying it to him. She was saying it to the world. And so for a man to respond, you know, it's not that it's never okay to be violent. But at the same time, if he was doing that to me, I would slap the shit out of him. It is. And a lot of women, you'll see this, and all of, you look at all these videos and different things that are going on, when the woman is the aggressor, when they feel they've been wrong to that point, and they get to a point of violence, it's never, oh, let's get her, let's cancel her, or do anything like that.
Yeah.
But I would never feel comfortable thinking that I could disrespect my husband that way and lay beside him the next, the same night or any other night and feel comfortable closing my eyes.
But I think she knows what she got, and I think she, because she came on that TMZ that interview, and she was just, and she berated him and did him so bad. It was just, and she said so many crazy things, and it's like, this is supposed to be somebody you supposedly love, or at least one point in time love, and you sit and say, "Oh, I love him, and I'll still do all this." But every shot she had a chance, oh, he's broke or he's depressed and he messed his money up and he did this and he did it. But everything when it came to her, I do this and I do this and I'm carrying this whole love. And it's just like, it may be true, but like you mentioned, all these businesses, right? That you say, I got this business, but obviously they're not, they're not getting the job done if you have to go back to doing what you used to do to try to make these businesses sufficient.
Worse.
Yeah.
That was even worse, that she came back on. You went on TMZ to disgrace you. It wasn't bad enough what you did in the video to him that the whole world saw on live. You went to TMZ, the gossip network, to further denigrate him in every way possible, while you sitting there with the cleavage showing, trying to garner more support for her OnlyFans page.
Mm-hmm.
That was just absolutely insane. I mean, at what point is the breaking point?
Yeah. Well, nobody cares at this point. Is get as much attention as you can, whether it's good or bad. It's the attention. They don't care because somebody's going to buy it. The more she shows her face and lets people know that she's got adult entertainment services to provide, somebody's going to buy it. Somebody's going to, just because that's a famous person and they're getting naked. They're gonna. It's more profit for her. And she don't care.
I'm gonna just say that him, just like Will Smith, I'm even done, trying to defend Will. I'm done even really trying to, do too much about any of that. And I'm in Baltimore. Jada's supposed to be our girl and everything. But this is ridiculous. I mean, let the man rest in peace. You're sitting there the same way with this chick. You are sitting there tearing your man apart. And first of all, he's sitting there. At least he tried to fight back a little bit, unlike Will.
Yeah.
At least he tried to fight back a little bit. But he just didn't. But he knew she was on live, so he didn't want to get too loose and everything. maybe that's why she did it online.
Yeah.
But
think
I
that's what
just
she
I
did.
just can't agree with any of that. It's like if you realize that your woman or your partner, it doesn't matter whether it's the man or the woman, if you realize that this person is not the person for you, forget till death do us part. Get the freak out of there.
Yeah.
Leave these tricks behind. And the best revenge is living your best life.
Yeah. I mean, because obviously, you know, if you don't want to be with somebody, why waste that time? You know, if you know it's not where you want to be, instead of, you know, devaluing them and doing, you just, like I said, go live your life. Go live the life that you want to live.
For a year. I said OnlyFans for a year, and you ain't even know about it.
Yeah.
That's stupid. I mean, come on. I know. Who don't know? Like, I know. Like, or my husband knows about me
Yeah.
when I come home, when I'm at work, when I'm on break. You know, because we're talking, we're communicating, and different things are happening. You know, with us and in our lives. You know, who's getting the dog? Who's caring for this thing and that thing? How you don't know your woman is on OnlyFans? How long does it take to run the OnlyFans episode? I mean, what is it? A couple hours or something?
Yeah.
And you just don't know where your wife has been at for an entire year?
Yeah. And she says she promoted on her LinkedIn and on her bios and stuff. So again, that's why I can agree. It's on him if she's publicly putting this information out here, and you're not aware of it. And I mean, maybe it's just where he don't care anymore either. But you're still married to this woman, and you know, obviously he does have something.
She's not remorseful. She's not remorseful in anything, in any part of it. She's not like, okay, well, I'm sorry you found out this way and this happened. I wish I hadn't done it, or I'll stop, or anything. Nigga, I'm making too much money, and I'm not, and forget you. Wherever you land is where you land. You stay or you go. I'm done with it. So you know she knee deep, balls deep in somebody.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because that's generally how it works. They don't get that bold or risk it till they got, you know, a landing pad or something else in the works, you know. So
yeah,
but
she
he a lot
totally
of
landed somebody else.
But I definitely agree. Like the fact
Well,
that you let
I'm
that
going
lapse of
to leave
communication
now.
happen.
I'm going to leave now and listen to everybody's comments and everything.
Okay, well, it was good to hear from you because it has been a while. It has been a long time. So it is definitely good to hear you. And it's good to know you're doing all right. And again, another happy early birthday. And I hope you do get to celebrate it and enjoy it in the most festive way possible.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you guys, and everyone enjoy. What day is it? Wednesday.
Tuesday. Is it Wednesday? Is it Wednesday? Look, I'll be losing track of my days. Oh, Tuesday. It's Tuesday. Okay, we still Tuesday. About to be Wednesday. All right.
When my husband get home, he's so excited to hear that I was back talking with you guys. He always loved my chat with you guys.
Oh, good deal. Well, tell Mr. Be More Careful that the Den folks say what's up.
What's up, then, folks? All right, good night, everyone.
All right, good night, man. It was good talking to you. You have a good evening. I know that, man. I'm telling you, when I ain't talked to y'all in a while, I'm loving this, especially when it's been somebody I haven't, you know, just had to get to chop it up in a good time. So shout out to Be More Careful. Always a good conversation. So what is this? I don't even. I'm trying to figure out how to, like I said, I'm implementing some of the new bot games on the side. So I think Hangman is one to play Hangman. I think you do ! start. There's actually a lotto bot, and there's a lotto, a raffle, and something else. I'm working on those. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening?
It's Belle. I caught you halfway in between a conversation, did I?
Yes, one of the good conversations, Miss Bell. How are you this evening?
Good. It was Good to hear from B More. Happy birthday, B More.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, Ms. Bell,
Yep.
we were talking interracial dynamics. Things that certain cultures have within themselves. There's a good side of the culture. There's the bad side of the culture, right?
Absolutely.
And how would you identify your background?
Caucasian, Italian, mixed American.
Okay. So do you feel like Italians have a different background / culture than your average general Caucasian?
Yeah. A good majority are Catholic. I don't think the Sopranos are good representatives of all Italian Americans, but it is one representation.
So
You'd asked about slang. One of the things that they used to call the Italians were WOPs, W-O-P, without papers.
oh, that's what that means. I've always wondered what
Yep.
that was. Like I always see that. I'm like, WAP, that sounds pretty cool. Do the WAP. WAP. Do the WAP. That's what I thought that was.
Yep.
So.
Wop, wop, wop. Yeah. How do you get an Italian car to go wop, wop, wop without papers?
That's funny. I'm telling you, I love. I don't think the steel bot is working. I don't think I have steel set up on this bot project. It's gonna be some new. Some new commands I'm working on getting those listed for y'all. Okay, so one, I've learned something because I've always wondered why they call them WAPs, and that's okay, cool. So, do you feel like you relate more to the Italian side or the general Caucasian side?
It kind of depends. I mean, when we used to go to the Italian events, like the Sons of Italy and all that, if you're not 100% Italian, you feel it. You feel like not completely 100% Italian. I don't know how to explain that. It's not like being black and white because it's still Caucasian, but there is definitely, you're not, completely one of us because you're mixed with other things.
So, being not purebred, you feel like you're looked down upon?
Yeah, I wouldn't quite call it like a half breed, but yeah, on some levels it's subtle. It's there. Because when people are talking about their parents, it's they're from this part of Italy, or the grandparents are from that part of Italy.
So, looking at the Italy dynamic of your culture. So you say we say there's good and there's bad. So would the quote unquote the soprano Italians be considered the good or the bad?
A little bit of both. I mean, I think it's the day-to-day shit, when they're in the house and they're dining together. Yeah, that's pretty normal. The amount of violence, I wouldn't say that every Italian American is on that kind of level.
Did you ever watch Jersey Shore?
If I didn't have to, I don't think I've ever seen a full episode. I think I've seen it and flipped it.
Snooki go smush smush?
I don't think they're a good they're a representation of the generation, but they're not a representation of all Italians.
Are they a representation
They're
of
a
most Italians?
representation of young partiers.
Do you think all Italians start out as young partiers?
No.
Okay. So what is the
I mean, where do you think
bad?
we get nuns and priests from? I mean, not that that's all good either, but
What's wrong with nuns and priests? What? What's wrong with nuns and priests?
I mean, not okay. First of all, not. In Massachusetts, there was a huge thing in the 80s where the Catholic Church actually had to come out and finally admit that they were taking priests and moving them from one rectory or one church to another because of incidents with young children. And so that's kind of a huge blemish on not only the Catholic community, but the Italian community as well.
So is that only in Massachusetts? Or is this like a worldwide
No.
international phenomenon?
No. I'm just saying that it was a huge fiasco in the Italian communities and in the Catholic Church communities.
Okay. So that's a negative aspect of the Italian community. But what is the bad? Like what is the stereotype of the bad Italian, according to another Italian person?
Mostly the gangsters and the mafia.
But that seems like to be the thing that a lot of Italian people put on a pedestal. It seems like kind of like niggas. Italians put the
it's no
degeneracy on the
different.
prime.
It's
You saying that they're just like niggas?
it's
Are
no
you saying
different
Italians
than
are
the black
niggas?
community putting rappers. No, what I'm saying is it's like the African American community putting rappers on such a high pedestal as well, and they all have street cred in order to get where they are. Same thing as the Italian mafia.
Do you think Italians as a whole put the mafia on a pedestal?
Say that again?
So do you think Italians as a whole put the mafia on a pedestal?
No, I think that it was taken, not given.
Explain.
It started in Italy and then it was brought over. All cultures have their own sense of mafia. The Irish have a mafia, the Russians have a mafia, the Japanese have one, and it's a different name that I don't know, and I know the Chinese do as well.
What is the?
It's organized crime. It's all organized crime.
What is the Japanese? The Yakuza? Who is the? I think
I think so.
I think it's the Japanese, the Yakuza shit, and one of them is the Triad shit.
Triad
Is that the
is.
Chinese? The Triad shit? I forgot.
I think the Triad is the Chinese, and the Yakuza is the Japanese.
Them Yakuza, them motherfuckers be cool. Them motherfuckers. Japanese people cool as shit.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying, though, is it's given an elevation of better than when they're really no better than common thugs.
The Chinese? Well, really? I mean, so you telling me that can a thug not be a good person?
They can be generally a good person, but when you decide to kill somebody, that doesn't make for good choices.
Do you have to be a killer to be a thug?
Depends on the environment you're in. If that's what's expected, then yeah. Not every environment requires that. I mean, you got to think about money laundering and prostitution was, some of the older things before they went into brutalizing and charging all kinds of money.
So you're saying like getting into what's the term? Usury?
Say that again?
I believe the term is usury.
Yeah, when it's over a certain percentage for borrowing on the dollar, yeah. However, I find it to be interesting because today's paycheck places, they're real close to that.
Really? I would definitely think they are that. Who do you think specializes in behaviors like that the most? Do you think Italians are the leaders in that type of business?
I think they're one of the younger ones. I think the older ones, which is like the Russians and the Chinese and the Japanese, probably have deeper ties because they go back centuries.
Do you feel like that the Russians and the Chinese have a bigger mafia presence in America than the Italians?
I'd have to say yeah, but they probably keep it more on the down low. They don't advertise it as much as the Italians can be just out and about, flamboyant, and
Would you say Italians are white niggas?
some probably are, but not all. That's more behavior than it is anything else. I mean, isn't that why you call somebody that? Is because of their behavior, not exactly just the wording?
No, I just call people niggas because they look niggerish. I don't even have to see them, but they could be like a mannequin, and I just look at that, this nigga. That's
So
just,
you just use it as a side tool or a
it's a. I'm
condiment to any word.
I'm very, I'm very liberal with my niggerisms. So, I mean, I'm gonna throw it everywhere. No, but I mean, yeah, I mean, niggers, it's a behavior. But again, it's been so broadly accepted. I don't even think. I think you ask 10 different niggas, they're gonna give you 10 different definitions of what a nigga is.
Okay, I
Yes,
will
Broderick.
give this to you. I have no problem culturally anybody using it in their culture. It's just something I choose not to do, and that's fine.
So, do you prefer mooly?
A what?
A mooly. You called me and Josh moolies last night.
I don't remember calling you that.
Yeah, we got witnesses. You know,
Okay.
these two fucking movies. We said something you didn't like. It was racist. Like, these two fucking movies. Look at these fucking guys. I was like, wow, Bell, I wouldn't think you see these fucking guys. You think you're fucking funny, yeah? You think I'm a fucking joke. I'm here to entertain. Start talking all crazy like Joe Pesci and shit. I was like, what the fuck is going on with Bell? Is she
Now, I'm trying to
possessed?
decide if you're sounding more Chicago or New York, but that's okay.
Yeah, Dre was there. Dre, I mean, we all heard it. We heard it. Was like, what happened? Like, what's going on with Miss Bell? She just turned gangster all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying, I thought I heard you cock a pistol in the background. I was like, man, let me chill out. I don't even want I don't want no problems.
Shit, I haven't had a pistol in years.
No.
Didn't want to keep them in the house with kids.
Interesting. Yeah, she fucking did. Yeah, right. Where was we were talking about. They said you hopped in your IROC Z28. You got to get the fuck out of here. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay.
Actually, Z28s were more by like the white guys, the quote unquote all American white guys did that more than the Italians did.
Okay, so let's talk about the other side though, right? Let's talk about your general Caucasian side, right? And when I say general Caucasian, I'm being facetious because I feel like Caucasians should have a back. I don't think there's just like a white,
Well,
like there's just a random white that has no.
It's English and Swedish. I mean, very white.
But I mean, they're not like. I mean, everybody who came to America came from. We're here, right? So most of the people who came from America came from somewhere prior to, right? And we're here now. So, like, when I say white, I can see I can be dismissive to white people. We're going to be fair. I know some people don't care, but I try to be fair to everybody. General Caucasianness, it does have a background, right? And so where does your general Caucasianness background come from?
England.
England. What part of England?
On the west side, whatever the Mayflower was.
That's where Tupac grew up. All right.
And no, I don't smoke lavender.
Can you smoke lavender?
No.
How do you ingest your lavender?
Usually candles.
What's your favorite brand of
And you're
candle?
right. Most Italians do from the Etruscans.
But can you trust most Italians? Hey!
Well,
Hey-o.
that's one left to be desired.
That was just a joke. That was so racist what you just said, Miss Bell. Against your own people. How dare you?
No, I'm owning it. I mean, there's not a whole lot of trust in the Italians sometimes. My grandmother went to work at the age of 14, and her check was turned over to her parents so that her brothers could start a construction company, and she never saw dime one until she got married and moved out of the house.
So she didn't get like a stake of the construction company?
Nope.
That's messed up. So, but back to your general Caucasianness from England. Do you trace the lineage on that side?
Yeah, I did.
And do you trace the lineage on your Italian side?
I've gotten it all the way back to Sicily on one end and Naples on the other.
Okay.
My grandmother's side was from Naples. My grandfather was from Sicily. Now, here's something that most people don't know. During the early 1900s, Southern Italians had to ride in third-class steerage, whereas Northern Italians could ride in first or second class.
Why is that?
Part of it's just because of where they were.
Okay. So, do you feel like Italians face a prejudice today?
I think some of it is of their own making. I mean, you've got the good, the bad, and the ugly in any different cultural, ethnical community. So I think there's a little bit of everything, you know. Can't call it all bad, but it's not all good either. You know, we were talking about, you know, if we won the lottery and how we would feel about being rich and wealthy, and it's like, you know what? I don't envy any of them, because the more money you have, the more responsibility that comes with it, the quicker the fall can be.
Is it though? But see, that's what I say. If you don't tell anybody, then you're all right. Like, the more money you have to yourself and don't tell anybody, like, you don't have to look out for these people. Like, let them think. Like, I would get a part-time job at McDonald's, right? And I would pay somebody to work it for me, right? And just say, I work it, it's just my McDonald's check. I'm getting it. And then let them think that you're fucking broke. They're not going to ask you for shit. And you can live in, you can have all, how you get, I work at McDonald's, I work really hard, I work overtime. Like, it's when people start bragging about their money is when they have to start taking on all, and then they start taking on all these unnecessary responsibilities mentally. And I get it, because you got it, you kind of want to do it. But for me, that's a very short list. Like, I fuck with some people, but it's like, I fuck with you. I fuck with you like $32 worth of fucking with you. But like friends, family.
Some people that are already out there, though, that are already in that wealth category, that are already well known.
Well, they need to cut people off. Like, see, this is people.
It's
just
not
say
a matter
no.
of cutting people off. That's generally not the problem. But it's the fact that people feel like they don't deserve it, so that's when they take it, and they, you know, that's when you have break-ins. That's when, you know, things happen, because they
Instead
don't
of giving
feel that
away
somebody
money, hire more security, and build the fucking. I told y'all I'd build a moat. And see, people don't understand the power of alligators and moats, right? This is science, and you get you some sharks with lasers on their heads. But no, you gotta understand. Like, I'd build a moat. I'd have the one of them little fucking towers called. I'd have armed guards with like every little fucking the little slit and fucking shoot to kill. Martin, I'll pay for the funeral. Just don't, you know, like, and I'll give you a bonus for everybody. Everybody you stack up. So don't come to my house unannounced, because you're gonna die. You know, if you're soliciting, you go.
Medieval.
I'm getting medieval on that ass. Pulp Fiction shit, yeah, medieval on that ass. Build the wall, exactly, right? Like, and here's my thing. I'm gonna build the wall, and I'm gonna invite all the Mexicans inside. Niggas can't come. All the Mexicans come in. Mexicans free range. Just come on, y'all bring elotes. I want, you know, somebody got to have some fresh fruit. And I need a mariachi band, right? Other than that, I ain't look, y'all stay free. I know y'all gonna work. I ain't tripping on none of this shit. We good. We ain't, you know, whatever. Just make sure one of y'all got a plug too, because we don't need that. But other than that, like. You know, like, if I was super rich, I wouldn't tell nobody shit. I wouldn't tell anybody anything, right? That's people's problem, is that, and I get it, you got it, so why not? But I'd probably take some fancy trips and shit.
You've got all these people within your castle. Well, guess what? That's where the gossip starts. That's where things get plotted out.
Ain't nobody in the castle. Like, the same people in my house is in the castle. That's it. Who's in the house right now? Who's in the castle, right? And so, look, you can come over. I'll take. You can, you know, like, book a night in advance. Use a call and, like I said, let me check my Palm Pilot. Let me check my schedule. It's going to require, you're going to have to talk to my secretary. Like, it's going to be a real complex. I'd make it extremely complex to deal with for no reason, right? And go through all these channels. I wouldn't even, I'd never be there. It would be just people would get tired of wanting to try to ask me for shit. And so they would just stop. And then, you know, it'd be all good. Like, but I just wouldn't tell nobody nothing. Like, if you don't tell anybody, you don't brag, you don't hang out with a bunch of weirdos, and then you go hang out with people who are richer than you. Then they ain't gonna ask you for shit, right? You got to get some new friends. So you got to switch it up. I mean, I hate to say it, but you got to do that. You got new money.
Doesn't always work that way, as much as you'd like to think so.
Why doesn't it work that way? Why can't it work that way?
Because that's when people just strive more and more and more. I mean, think about it. Over the years, we've gone from bringing walls down and not living in castles to having electronics and fences and things like that, and still people get broken into.
I will have professional drone flyers, right? And these drones will have guns, like artillery on the fucking drone. And they just propel. Like, they can stay at home. They just propel around the property all night. And then I'd have somebody watching their property to make sure they ain't trying to plot on me. And I'd have somebody watching the motherfuckers who watching over my property to make sure them motherfuckers ain't trying. Like, it'd be a long, complex thing, but I'd have the money to do it, right? I'd rather waste money on some shit like that.
So you're perpetuating violence in order to protect your property when...
I'm perpetuating protection. What's up, Shannon? What's the motherfucking deal? Brandon Anderson, what's the motherfucking deal? No, I'm perpetuating protection. Everybody's protected. If I'm watching over everybody, everybody's protected, right? I'm just making sure the next motherfucker
But if
ain't
you're the only one in the house,
motherfucker.
so you're just protecting self.
Right, but I don't have to really do anything, right? I just get like a system of people. I just let them all. They just see they'll feel occupied. They'll feel like they have a purpose. They'll all be watching each other. They'll get paid, right? And my property will stay protected. And then I won't even be there. Like, I'll be in another country somewhere, right? And like it would be the worst idea ever, but it would be good for me. So yeah.
Do you know how many mansions have been broken in of celebrities when they weren't there?
You know what most celebrities are? Most celebrities are really weird liberals who are all peace and love. I love the whole. I don't love everybody in the world. Like, I wish well for everybody in the world, but I don't necessarily love everybody. Like, I wish well for everybody until you impede my personal space. Like,
well, that's
if you,
pretty normal, I think.
so that's my thing. So, like, but most celebrities are not. Oh, just let them go. Don't do shoot to kill. There is a death bonus. Like, I'm covering the legal fees. We're not going to ask any questions. It's not going to be about, because then what you're going to do is you're going to set an example, right? So a lot of the little petty motherfuckers who thought they would attempt, is it worth your life? Then they're going to think twice about it. Now, maybe one or two bold motherfuckers who will attempt, and they're going to die. And then once they die, the other motherfuckers like, you know what? There's probably some other safer places that we could rob with a lot less effort. And they don't have a moat and alligators. So, I mean, I'm just saying.
You do also know that you have to make sure that it's done on your property, because once you go onto the street, it becomes murder.
Well, if they would be stealing on my property, of course I'm going to do it on my property. I'll drag their bodies back on the property, right? And I pay the cops. Like,
you got a plan.
I got money, and I'd have lawyers that said, do whatever the fuck I want to do. With money in America, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do.
Oh,
right?
So now you're entitled. Interesting.
Yeah, why the fuck? Miss Bell, we talked about this last night. You talked about the schools. You chose to go to the school with all the moolies instead of going to the school with all the white people, where obviously the advantages were. Look, that shit sounds good. That shit sounds good for a Saturday night, the Saturday fucking morning special, after school special, whatever the fuck. I'm taking every unfair advantage that's given to me. Like, that's why I don't understand, like, white people who, like, cape so hard. Like, why? Why are you doing this? Like, don't do that. Let niggas figure it out on their own. Go take advantage of whatever whiteness you can. Like, if you got some privilege, because white privilege is like, it's just numbers for the most part, right? It's numbers and networking. And we as niggas are, black Americans are poor networkers. Africans, amazing networkers. Island Caribbean folks, amazing networks, because they network with their own kind. We as black Americans, we hate each other, whether it be niggas, whether it be black people. We automatically approach each other with like approbation. We have hesitation when dealing with one another. Other cultures, they see somebody from their other culture in an area, they automatically, it's like a plus, it's like a bonus. Now, if a nigga saw a nigga in fucking Sweden or something, right? You're an American, like, you're gonna gravitate towards that person because there's that shit. Like, it'd be a motherfucker that you would probably fight in the streets of New York if they bumped into you. But because you saw him in another country, y'all have this common, I guess, concern, right? But then this common thing that you share. So you'll bond in that situation. Like, we don't have that. Other cultures have that. White people even do. White people, hey, you Betty Sue's boy, well, you know what? I got a job for you, and you know, fucking put them to work, and they'll put each other off. Niggas be like, oh, you ain't gonna make my son work. He's a king god. He ain't gonna do like it's all weird shit nowadays. So anyway, I say all this to say like, yeah, fuck yeah. If I had the ability to be entitled, I wouldn't say I'd be an entitled dickhead, but I would take advantage of every opportunity. I wouldn't feel remorse about taking advantage of the opportunities that I was given, right? Or taking advantage of any situation that I was given. Like, and I agree.
It is a blessing rather than an entitlement.
Yeah, take advantage. Like that's the problem. See, the people who say it's an entitlement or it's a privilege or things like that is because you're not having that, right? Because if we want to look at it across the board, certain cultures just have certain advantages over others, and we can all talk about cultures having a privilege. Black man, we got a cool privilege. That's all we got. Like just everything niggas do is cool. Like niggas be accidentally cool. That's all we got. Like niggas only got the cool, right? Like. We don't manufacture, we don't make shit. We only got cool. And cool is an intangible, right? It's a fleeting thing, right? And so this is all we have. America comes to niggas for the cool. And then once they found a formula out for that shit, because we give it away for free, we don't profit off of it. They take it, they make the money, wear it out, and then, you know, steal some more cool and do it out. But again, you can't build culture, you can't build a society off the cool, right? And that's all we fucking got. And that's all we care about, right? So, you know, it is what it is. So yeah, there's that.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Miss Bell, I got one question for you.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about Keith Lee?
Say that again. Who?
How do you feel about Keith Lee?
Who's Keith Lee?
You don't know who Keith Lee is?
No, I don't.
I thought you were a little bit better than that, Miss Bell.
Can you give me some context?
No, I don't think I can. I figured this would be something, you know, especially, you know, being the woman that you are, that I thought that you would be more familiar with. I'm deeply disappointed, actually.
Grace says a restaurant guy.
And the Grace, you helping her out. No, he's just a dude who does restaurant reviews. Yeah, I'm just talking shit. We'll talk about that later. But it was something I was thinking of just. All right, but do you have any other thoughts, Miss Bell? I've given you a hard enough time this evening. You have any other thoughts? Anything that you would like to share while we're on the line?
No, I'm good.
Well, thank you, Miss Bell, and hopefully we'll catch you this evening for To Be Tuesday.
Oh, and who picked the movie for tonight?
I don't know. Who'd you pick? I didn't see who J-Mail picked to pick the movie. Did you pick Miss Grace?
And we got 16 people in here and only 14 likes.
Only 14 likes. Ah, good grief.
We need to get that up.
I thought we were all friends at the end. Obviously, we are not. I am disappointed.
There we go.
Okay.
Thanks, Ty. It matters.
It does. It does matter. It definitely does matter. Well, thank you for that, Ms. Bell.
There you go, guys. Appreciate it.
All right. Well, I appreciate you calling in this evening, Ms. Bell. And like I said, I look forward to talking to you a little bit later.
Absolutely. Oh, it looks like Miss Grace picked Paper Heart.
Paper Heart? All right. Sounds good. Cool. And we'll be watching Paper Heart this evening.
Good night, Huncho.
Good night, Ms. Bell. Thank you for calling. It's all right. It's all right, Tom, man. Players fuck up. Players do fuck up. And that's what I'm saying. Like, man, I've talked about black customer service in here for quite some time. It's not a new conversation. People get mad at me when I say this shit. But I seen somebody going in on it earlier today. The people and Ocho Cinco, I want to talk about Ocho Cinco too. I gotta start just doing short content dens because I be having some rants. And I got a rant. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening?
What's good, Hunter?
Jay motherfucking Mel. Hope you're doing well. How you doing this evening, Mr. J Mel?
I can't complain. We out here doing what we do.
Okay. So have you recovered from Miss Bell calling you a movie?
You know, I didn't really let it affect me too much because I knew she'd been holding that in her heart this whole time. We all know how Miss Bell rocks. So,
You feel like Miss Bell really has hate on her?
you know, maybe just a little. She can't help it. This is how she was raised.
Mm. Terrible, terrible. We're gonna change the deal. We're gonna get Miss Bell back right. We love Miss Bell. So we're talking about interrace dynamics. We're talking about different cultures, the pros, the cons, the goods, and the bads. There's always a good group, a bad group. What are your experiences with different cultures and race dynamics dealing with various cultures?
Man, to me, because I've been around, I won't say every culture, but I've been around most cultures, and we more alike than we like to realize. Like Asian, especially like I feel like every culture, besides Caucasians for whatever reason, but like black people and every other ethnicity have way more in common than we don't. Like from food to the dance to the music, like there's similarities in everything.
Yeah.
And it's black people and all those other ethnicities as well. You know what I'm saying? They all got their dark cousin that they call Negrito or whatever else. So it's
That's true.
to me, we more alike than we like to admit. But that also goes to like us not really, when I say us, like Black Americans, we don't know where the fuck we really from or what our real culture is. So, we don't know what to connect to in the first place. And then they're told that all black people are one way. So they don't want to have no type of connection with us. So I get it from both sides, where it's that disconnect. But yeah, to me, it's like we got way more in common than we know.
So do you think that society or the higher ups in society deliberately try to keep culture separated?
Oh, for sure, man. Divide and conquer. Strategy number one. Because if we all realize that we probably are way more connected than we think, then we'd all be able to be on code with each other. At least more than we are now. We stop looking at each other separately, and it'd be more of a group mind. So yeah, for sure that's a tactic.
So yeah, I'm looking at this out, pardon me. So what do you think would bring cultures more together?
That's a good question. Just being around each other more, I guess, would be the only way. Being more accepting of each other, having those interactions with each other. Because that's when you realize, like, every time I've had an interaction with a different culture, in the middle of it, both parties realize, like, oh, we the same people. Like, it's a little different seasoning, but we the same people.
Okay. It says, you say the racial tension and superiority supports the religious tension and superiority and vice versa. I see that. And then Shannon, you say poverty, religion, and war. Yeah. War does have a weird way of bring Americans together, right? Because it's a melting pot. And so
yeah, it's the one thing that unites.
Yeah, like because I know some people don't, well, I think we're all old enough to remember. Like I know when 9/11 happened, everybody came together against the Arabs. Like,
it was down for the bullshit.
Yeah, it was
like immediately.
Yeah, it was like I told y'all the story about the Arab pulled a gun on me in the store. Me and my partner, it was my partner's fault, but the shit was funny to the motherfucker. Like It was funny. We was in high school. This is when this shit happened. It was a little local corner store, and as a matter of fact, I think it was some new ownership that just took over. And we in the store up to shenanigans. You know, it's the local store. You know, he's doing some dumb shit in the store.
Right.
And so we getting the shit whatever we getting, and my partner's like, "Say, man, this is like maybe the day or two after, maybe of 9/11. They say, man, where you from?" He's like, "You from Iraq?" Or some shit he said. My partner fucking with him. He's like, no, man, no, from something. And he's, it's something. And this motherfucker pulled the gun out on us. Like, no, don't fuck around. Like, and looking at it now, we laughed at it because it's like, ain't nobody fucking with you, man. But, like, you could tell that motherfucker had to be under an immense amount of stress, right?
Oh,
like,
yeah,
now,
for sure.
You know what I mean?
Because
And
niggas was really,
yeah.
because they was really getting fucked up out here, huh? Y'all playing. Y'all niggas playing. And leave it to some niggas. That's what he was like.
Yeah, you know, niggas don't take shit serious.
Playing
Niggas don't take nothing serious. They was on high alert though, because here's my thing, bro. Like, cause I do remember going in the very, cause you know, let's be honest, like all the, and y'all know, I do the same shit, and it's being dismissive, but y'all know, I ain't got time to figure out everybody. When I say like Arab, and I'm gonna be honest, like the whole Middle East and probably parts of Asia, whatever, India, whatever. Like, I throw all that shit together. I'm gonna be honest, like, Indians got in with the Middle East. All that shit is like one lump to me. So when I'm saying like Arab, I mean all that. Like, I don't specify. I don't have time to figure it out. Same way when I say like Mexicans, and I'm referring to everything to Mexico to South America. You know what I'm saying? Like everything with a Latin, somebody like Ricky Ricardo, everybody. You know what I mean? So. It's not, you know, in the same way I'm talking about nigga, like I just lump people in cat. I don't got time to figure all this stuff out. Y'all know what I mean. Y'all can decide the details later. But yeah, so you know, I don't know where he's from, right? Could have been like a regular interview, but he had to be under. Now I say, look at it, just so much pressure. Because I look at the shit that Asian people were going through with the pandemic, and niggas just beating Asian people up. Asian food stores couldn't make no money. Niggas was stealing all their food. They wasn't paying for. They was dying and dashing like crazy.
Was that real though, bro?
What? Oh, the dying and dashing?
Was that real?
That?
No, the beating up the Asian people. Cause like my best friend at the time was Asian.
Yeah.
And like we would go everywhere together at that time and pause. And it was like no fucking. I never seen nobody come up to him and say nothing or.
Like again,
maybe because he had a black dude with him.
That could be the case. Like, we'll find another one, not this one. He's got friends.
Yeah, not that one.
So, like, you know, it's just kind of like a situation where I'm sure it happened because you got ignorant niggas everywhere. But what they did is they took that whole Stop Asian Hate dynamic. That had nothing to do with the pandemic. That just had to do with the cross sections of Black and American culture, or Black and Asian culture. And it's always at some odd spots, right? So it's at the the corner store, the hair store spot, or your local little chicken spot, right? That's where Blacks and Asians meet in the urban environment, right? And so the hair store is a highly volatile space. I mean, violence can erupt there at any time. So the Asian hate situation that they try to use that took place at hair stores, that was nigga bitches trying to steal weave and get caught.
That was bitches trying to steal weave. Yeah,
exactly. Like that had nothing to do with
Asian hate. They didn't hate them bitches. They just wanted to steal some weave.
The Asians was just a lick at that time. That's all that was. Like it wasn't about hating them. They had what motherfuckers wanted.
It was just a wild time.
Yeah, like, and then, you know, what's the other, like, there was some dying and dash, but I think everybody was getting hit with the dying and dash. They tried to make that seem like a big thing. I think there might have been like 2 incidents that did have videos where like nigga just randomly hit like a old Asian woman. And I mean, it could be Stop Asian. That could have been some Asian hate, or it could have just been a crazy nigga. He had like a history of mental illness, like of several cases of shit.
Happened to be Asian.
Yeah, you just happen to be the wrong place, wrong time, wrong Asian. Now, you know what I'm saying? So like, it was just very unfortunate. Like, I don't think there was this big plan by niggas. We're gonna go and we're gonna get the Asians. We're gonna get them out the hood. We're gonna like niggas don't want. Because here's the thing: we talk about like we talk about we're in a conflict. Let's discuss this. I was gonna save the black business thing for a little bit for tomorrow, but we got a little time to talk. So let's talk about this, right? Because niggas will sit here and say we want Asians out the hood. We want 100% juicy juice people out the hood. You know, we want the Indians out the hood because they got all the stores and all that shit. You know what I mean? But in reality, we don't, because we turn around and we talk shit about black customers. Or, like, could you imagine if all the corner stores in your hood was owned by black? It would be the
Ran by
worst.
niggas.
Niggas wouldn't have no gas.
Niggas
Motherfucking
would be on break all the time.
yeah. Like, come on, bro. The bathroom, you can't use the bathroom. Niggas done lost the
Open
key.
late, close early.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, look at this bitch. I'm like, you're not
Have
gonna.
cereal, but no milk.
Yeah, nigga ain't gonna make no coffee. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna get no coffee in the morning. You ain't gonna have nothing going on in this bitch. Them hot dogs gonna be on the little roller thing for about 3-4 days. Like, it's not gonna be. It's not gonna be what's up. Like, so we can be honest about that. Like, and you're gonna get a fucking at least Arab dudes be cool, man. They be coming down no bullshit.
Low key,
Yeah.
but that goes back to what I said earlier about there's niggas in all cultures. That's
Yeah.
some niggas, bro.
Yeah.
I got an uncle that look just like an Arab. And like no bullshit,
Yeah.
I've had like Arab people come up to me and ask me if I'm from Pakistan.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see.
And when I tell them I'm a nigga, they're like, "What?
Ooh, shit. Ooh,
No,
that
not
my
you."
friend. Let's make a deal with my friend.
Oh damn.
Dog. I fuck with them because you know what, like especially like negotiating with like Arab, Middle East, or whatever. Y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. That's like a thing. Like you try to negotiate with a nigga, it's gonna turn violent, right? You know, they love that shit. For special price for you, my friend. The special price for you today only. I give you
Right.
$100. Man, come on, man. $100. Come on, man. Let me get that motherfucker for $65. Oh no, my friend. I would do for you just for you $80 today only special because it's you. Bitch, you don't know. You've never seen me a day in your fucking life. Now I'm your friend. Special price for me. Like them motherfuckers know how to haggle and run. And I think it's an art to it. Like to them, it ain't even about the money.
Oh.
It's like it's really about it's a game.
It's
like
customer service.
Yeah, it's a win to them. Like they
the
love
process,
negotiation. Yeah. Like they say like over there in like countries like that, the fucking food places don't even have prices on them. Like motherfuckers go over there and they negotiate. Like, and that's the game. Like
Charge, yeah.
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 You know what I'm saying?
And then don't fuck around and really become the special friend. Like be a return customer.
Yeah.
Oh, bro. I got some. It's like 3 or 4 Arab dudes around the country that I know if I see them right now, they're gonna hook me up with something.
Yeah.
Because I done broke bread with them.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, and I talked about it a while back. Like, that was one of the things I noticed. I remember it was a store I used to go to all the time. And it was kind of like an aha moment for me. Because I'm going in the store and the dude coming out and saying, oh, man, don't fuck with these niggas, man. They racist in the motherfucker, man. Don't fuck with these motherfuckers. And, like, as I crossed the threshold into the store, I ain't even, the door was being held up, so I ain't even get the niggas. I ain't even get that. I'm crossing the threshold into the store. Hey, what's up, my friend? Oh, man, long time no see. Right. Because I used to stay on that side, yeah, and then I just happened to be in that area, and it's just like no time no see. Oh, my friend, and hook it like, but buddy, you just swapping down. You just told me this motherfucker was racist, and that's the problem we have as black folks. I was telling somebody this earlier. Like, all the motherfucker has to do is to tell a black person to be disinterested is tell them they're racist. Like, they're not gonna go research it. They're not gonna go find out. You gotta just tell them a motherfucker's racist. Batman racist, nigga. Oh, fuck Batman. That old bitch ass nigga. I like Superman better anyway. Bitch. Fuck that. And then they'll stop fucking with Batman. They're not gonna research if there's any evidence that Batman is racist. Like, you just
ain't
say
no real superhero
yeah,
anyway.
Yeah, I ain't fucking belt. I can get the belt, nigga. Shit, I can do some cartwheels, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's how I look at like that's the problem. It takes so little to deter niggas. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, and it's just kind of sad. But we get mad about this shit. But like I say, these other cultures, man, they put in the work. They do the things that are necessary. They doing the things that we're not willing to do, and then we don't understand why.
But they got some ain't shit Arabs too. Though. I had one motherfucker. That motherfucker scammed the fuck out of me outside a gas station.
No shit.
Pissed me off. Yeah, man. I was working in the oil field and I was headed back home. Stopped at a gas station, and he was at the pump next to me, had a nice suit on, had his
Yeah.
family with him. They in a nice Escalade.
Yeah.
And he's like, brother, please help me. I'm like, what you need, man? It's like he got a New York license plate.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm on my way back to New York, man, and I must have lost my wallet somewhere. Like, can you please just help me with some gas money? Like, I give you the necklace I got on, and I give you my ring, like real gold. So I'm like, yeah, I got you, bro. Filled this nigga up, man. Took that shit somewhere the next day to get it tested. That shit was straight food gauge.
Man, hits you with the okie dokie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even gave that nigga some money. Like, I filled his tank up, gave him some money, like, here, feed your family.
Oh, that nigga
Some
called
more
you a
gas along the
nigga
way.
when he left. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. He said, baby, I just got this
Yeah.
nigga here, all this stupid nigga.
Caught a
I ain't
lick
got
on my ass.
Damn, that's fucked up.
Caught a lick on my ass.
See, baby, I told you to look at them just like in the encyclopedia. You know,
And I wasn't even gonna take the jewelry. I was just like, I really believed him.
yeah.
But I was like, shit, I looked at the jewelry, the shit looked clean.
Yeah.
So the nigga in me, I couldn't help it. I'm like, oh, I'm about to look clean. I just came up on a gold chain. And you know, them Arabs, they usually got some real shit on.
Mhm.
You know, man, nigga got
Laughing at this, but yeah, like man, and you know, like I said, there are nigga versions of everything. You know what I'm saying? But you just not again. It's gonna be the location where you interact with people. It's gonna be where you cross motherfuckers. And every now and then, you feel.
Wait till we get the Negro bot.
Oh, the Negro bomb.
We're really in trouble.
No. All right, lovely Miss Sarah Lou. Thank you for joining us. And Michelle, I don't know. Look, Michelle in here talking shit, right? Talking about Honcho and J-Bell. I don't know why they're here. But if we was waiting on you, you worse than Lady Licious. I said Lady Licious was the white woman with colored people time. You later than Lady Licious be. So, but Michelle, what the fuck? So you trying to talk shit. If we waiting on you, show would never get started. You feel me?
She keep messing it up because I've been waiting on her all night so I could talk good about her.
Oh, wow. See?
And she messed it up again. See, I was gonna talk good about her last night too. She just
Right. And see, exactly. See, I've been here trying to be pro female positive and everything, saying I ain't even bashed with coming here talking. She said this is what they do to you. You try to do the right, they pull you back in. You know, you try to do the right thing, pull you right back in.
Because I saw another side of Michelle. And she gave a good word, and I was gonna compliment her on that. But then, you know, she turned right back into the same old Michelle.
Yeah, I don't even think that was real. I think that was just.
It had to have been the spirit, bro.
Yeah, like I said, and that was, man. You know what? That was the beautiful thing last night. I want to say to everybody
It
who was
was.
involved, like, and that's the thing that makes the Den what it is. Like I said, I ain't gonna go into too much detail. If you was there, you was there. If you wasn't, you wasn't. But that's why, like, it's just the Den is something different, and that's why I'm super cautious about how I move with shit. Like, I'd be doing little cloud chasey shit, but that's why I like the Den to be a manageable small size, because if it ever got like too big and you can't do things like that, right? You get too many weirdos in here. You know what I mean? Like, if it ever did, I'm gonna have to start setting some special permissions now in the Discord, just in case one day it ever does happen. We have to have an OG room. That way, you know, if it ever does happen, then the OGs never always have a place to talk, because you gotta keep that in it. That was a beautiful thing yesterday. And like I said, I woke up feeling touched this morning. I was like, you know what? Let me say some positive stuff. Let me say some good things. Let me get some shit off my chest.
It's crazy that you say that, because it's crazy you say that, man, because it like carried me through the day today too. Like, that was a word I did too.
Yeah. And so it was
Yeah.
it was some things that were said, like, say, even though, you know, and that's the thing about them, motherfuckers be quiet, be just kind of ear hustling, but you never know what you're saying, how it benefits. That's why I say I appreciate each and every one of you. Everybody who brings their perspective. That's why I'm always encouraging some of you sideliners, call in, participate. Like, you don't know what your opinion or what your thoughts or what your input may do for the next person. That's what makes the Den great. Like, because, you know, we're talking about cultures coming together. and it kind of happens here in the den. And I feel like we all have the same. We're all human beings. We all have the same problems. We all have the same issues. We all, one way or another, go through the same or very similar things. You know what I mean? And so, so it's just kind of like it's just kind of, why can't society do that as a whole? Like, why? Like, we can come in the den and in a small group, we can see all of our differences, still, be unified in conversation on most things. Then again, you're gonna have debates no matter what or whatever it may be. But why does it seem like as a whole, it's like people can't do that? Is it just too many people? Is it too many opinions?
No, we
Or-
can't. No, it's the powers that be, how they manipulate the narrative to create the art, to create the dumbass perspective. Like, they create an illusion, and that becomes people's real life perspective of things. So it's like, it's hard to come back to reality when you really believe something that's fake is reality.
Yeah,
And
And
that's
that's-
what creates the divide.
that's an interesting question. So I'm gonna throw this out here for you, and then when I ask questions, people in the chat, I guess I say I'm so used to saying it in the sauce, but it's kind of like I'm asking everybody. I want to know y'all's opinions too. So when I'm asking questions, like, I want to know what y'all think as well. It kind of ties into what you're saying right there, Mr. Illusion. It's like, do you think most people really think for themselves?
Most people, no. Maybe 10% of all people actually think for themselves, and that might be too high.
I could agree
Right.
with that.
And even the people that think for themselves are still at times like persuaded by certain outlets or certain where they get their information from. Because somebody that you could, even a trusted source can give you bad information.
Yeah, and that's one of the big flaws about things that we have in society is that people get lied to unintentionally and unknowingly. So, I could truly believe something that I may have overheard or saw, but misinterpreted, right? But I believe it. This is what I did. I'm telling you, I saw racist ass Batman jump out the motherfucking Batmobile and he punched the cop, right? It might not have. He might have did some other shit. But I really saw this shit. And I'm going to run around telling all this shit, right? And if you're my friend, you're like, well, what this nigga Honcho got to lie for? Like, I fuck with this nigga all the time. This nigga wouldn't make that shit up. Now, I believe this is what I saw, even though it didn't happen. So I'm sharing this shit, believing it's the truth. And you're taking it, believing it's the truth, but unintentionally, it's a lie. And so that's kind of how a lot of information in society gets passed around, a lot of misinformation, right? Somebody that you may trust because they're your friend or you're the buddy or maybe in some way or form you value their opinion, but they provide you some misinformation. But you're like, I fuck with them. Why would they say that, right? And they're not telling you maliciously. They're telling you in good faith, but it's bad information. And so they're lying to you. And then you take that and that sways your opinion. I don't think people realize how much of their opinion is not truly their opinion.
Right. A perfect example of that is like Trump with the election fraud and people storming the White House. Like, because whether there was election fraud or not, he believes that shit. You know what I'm saying? He believes that they stole the election from him.
Yeah.
And a lot of his followers believe that they stole the election from him. So like you're saying, you know what I'm saying, whether it's true or not, based off of how you feel, based off of a source you trust, you'll jump out the window, and do some crazy shit behind bad info.
And it's two things I want to address because I'm glad you said that about the election fraud and him truly believing it. Tonight's episode was going to be called Living in Your Truth, right? And we've talked about living in your truth being a stupid fucking statement, often. Like, that's a lie, or it's, but in reality, I've been thinking about it. I've been thinking about this for about most of the day, maybe last 2 days. But living in your truth it's not a bad statement, right? It's kind of fucking stupid because the way most people use it. But when you step back and look at it, it is. We all, quote unquote, live in our truth because we all see things with a different perspective. And that's all living in your truth really is a perspective. But people try to use it as, this is my. It's when most people use it when they lying about some shit, right? But in reality, living in your truth is your perspective. It's like because you see it this way, so it's real to you. You create your fucking reality, right? We talk about it all the time. Like two people can look at the same fucking thing and see something completely different. Like say we're watching the fucking Texans game. If I'm a Texans fan and you're a Bucks fan, and we're watching the same fucking game, it's giving us two different fucking outcomes, right? Because of the perspective in which we're watching it. That's how life is as a whole. So when you put a fucked up perspective on everything and you don't realize that you've been taught or you've been molded or you've been persuaded to be negative about everything, you're gonna see life as fucking negative. Everything about life is gonna be fucking negative. But when you're a person who I think more rational, I won't say put it overly positive because you got to be realistic, but when you look at things as more of an opportunity than a burden, then you're going to see more success in life or whatever. Your perspective is going to be better because you're not going to look at it all like, fuck, this is going to stop me from being, okay, this is just one more thing for me to get past and on to the next thing. Like your perspective on shit is quote unquote your truth. But when motherfuckers use it in relationship scenarios and stuff, I'm just living my bitch. You out there fucking and sucking, you a hoe. It's okay. Just say you a hoe. It's all right. Just that's your truth. The truth is you a hoe. And in those scenarios, again, it's malicious. But yeah, you know what I'm saying. So the thing is, it's like, go ahead.
I think that's the worst part about this generation. They've taken sayings that actually like have a good meaning and like flipped it on its head to justify their bullshit.
Yeah.
Like the one you just said, or like even clout. Like clout doesn't even mean what they when they say clout, they mean attention and viewers and all this shit. But the real definition of clout is having knowledge or wisdom in a certain area of study. Having clout used to be a good thing.
Yeah, like back in the day, I don't know if you remember the song. I want to say it was on Unpredictable. I want to say it was on Mystikal's Unpredictable. I want to say it was him and Mia X. We Got the Clout. It was on Unpredictable. It was on. It was. I want to say it was on Unpredictable. But
yeah, it was on Unpredictable.
Yeah, that was that man. I fucked that album up. But like again, so that's why I say like all these new motherfuckers. This clout is not a new word. Like none of this shit is. None of these things are new. Right? But again, we so focus on perpetuating the cool, we give more attention to that than the shit that really matters. So yeah, but I agree. Your clout used to be a good thing. We got the clout, like right, like that was a good thing. So now your clout takes over. Clout is like like you said, attention views, bullshit. Like, yeah, but
that's not even what clout is. But it's like people think that that's not a big deal. But when you start to redefine things. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, use it for malicious intent. That's when shit gets sketchy. And you end up in a society like we got today. Like
this is why we are. Man, shout out to Loser be hip, man. And so that's the thing. It's just like
be on it.
Oh yeah, and good night, Miss Grace. What was the movie we supposed to watch? Paper Heart. Okay.
Yeah.
So again, like I said, it's just it's a wild deal, and unfortunately, I don't think it's going to get any better because we're increasing the divide under the guise of cohesion, and what I mean by that is we're putting this whole POC coalition together against the white man, right? Against all this, but yet this whole same coalition is begging the white man to give them respect and rights and all this other shit and think that this shit is going to be a work. Like we just as a people, we got to like certain shit, certain atrocities, certain things got to be, I won't say let go, but across the board as individuals, you got to let certain shit go, especially if it didn't directly impact you. Because again, it's holding on to those issues that are holding a lot of fucking people back. But that's a whole other conversation, another deal. But about to get ready to wrap it up. Mr. J, anything you want to say before we end the call this evening, sir?
All I gotta say to you is I deserve my wrench back. I think everybody in the chat agrees. All the denizens know that it's me that deserves this power because I won't abuse it. And fuck the marquee. The one time I needed this nigga to show up, he didn't show up. And,
that nigga probably been watching the whole time, just like, I ain't finna show because if I do, I know that nigga gonna get my wrist too.
He was there from the very beginning.
Mark been listening to the whole stream. He hear that shit right now, laughing. How these niggas done figured me out. Goddamn. Okay. But yeah. We'll,
I guess I'll say something good about Michelle.
I mean, you don't have to.
No, I give it up to her.
Okay.
Shout out to Michelle. You said some very enlightening things the other night, and I really appreciate it. It's something good. Shout out to you.
Okay. Well, yeah, I guess. She ain't all bad. It is.
But it's still fuck these hoes.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I can't. I'd say, well, that's not bashing. Hoes ain't. That ain't no bashing.
That's not bashing. Yeah,
it's not a specific. You know, I mean,
statement.
it's about the context you're taking in. Okay.
All right.
Well, that's a bit. All right. Well, Mr. J. Mel, I do appreciate the call. I do appreciate the conversation this evening, sir, and hopefully, catch in the Discord for some Tubi Tuesday here shortly.
Yeah, I'll be in there.
All right, that's the BET. You know what? I'm gonna set that up. I'm gonna set up a pause counter. Like I said, I got a couple other things, a couple of little tricks in the work. I'm just, like I said, is I don't want to do too much at one time because, like I said, this other bot works a little bit differently, and I'm still figuring certain things out. And so, now that I think about it, actually, some of the other little small stuff. Like I say, we'll still figure certain things out. Once we get it all together, like I say, I'll be implementing like a new little thing at a time. We got the hangman rocking. I think we got we do got the new bot point system working. We got the hangman rocking. I think that's the word. Fucking exclamation point. Yeah, there we go. What else? We're missing something else. There's something else I put in there. Oh, okay. That's how you guess. Okay. So if you want to guess the word, you just put word and then I guess the space for the word. So you can try to guess it before somebody else gets all the letters. Okay, that makes sense then. So while I rant that away, we'll try this one last time to figure out how this goes. So starts the fucking thing. And then the exclamation point letter is how you guess. Okay. No, so what's gonna happen? I may, when I get everything set up in this system and I kind of got everything good, I'll go back in the old one and I'll add the old channel points, but I'm not gonna do it right now. It'll probably be a while before I get to that. I want to make sure some things are working on this first, and then once I got all that together, I'll transfer the channel points from the old one, and then we'll figure it out. Because the thing is, like I say, what's going to happen is the points will be eventually usable for one thing or another, right? So, like I said, it's going to be some interesting stuff happening. I got a few ideas. It's going to take a little bit of effort to make them work, but it's going to be fun stuff. At the end, it's going to be what is it, 6 letters? It's going to be fun. So we'll see. I don't even know what the deal is. What? Oh, I guess you want to get how many? You're going to get so many guesses before it is? Okay. That's a fucking stupid word. What the fuck is that? I don't know about these words. I can't control that. Anyway, so make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you're in the Discord for Tubi Tuesday. We're going to do that as soon as we get out of here. I think the movie's going to be Paper Heart, so we're definitely going to check that out. Let me put the Discord link in here. And yeah, I don't even think it is a real word. Like some kind of Dominican word or some shit. Sound like some shit Dominican people eat. So we'll get that whole process started. And again, yeah, I would say, beat me there, don't meet me there. But again, I have arrived into the Discord. Wahaha. All right. Clickety clackety. And make sure we got that. And pretty good. All right. That is super funny. That's why I had to fucking save that. All right. Put the Discord link in there. So no excuses. Yeah. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. What the fuck, man? I think it's the lighting or lack thereof. I think it has to be the lighting. Because I think the lighting makes me look more solid or not. Because it's not as transparent right now. But I don't know. It's a lot of stuff. I gotta take some time to tweak some shit. All right. Again, hit the like button. Make sure if you're not subscribed, hit subscribe. I don't know what's going on with Streamlabs right now. I've reached out to them to try to figure out what's going on with the thing on that. If you want to support the channel, this way. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all at Honcho ENT. That's the same name I use for everything. Tell a friend about the Den, right? We'll be back here tomorrow. I got a couple of topics. I haven't decided which one we're going to get into, but it should be a good time either way. So with that being said, I'm chucking up a deuce. Again, it is my honor. It is my privilege. But more than anything, it truly is my pleasure to get to chop it up with you wonderful people each and every evening that we do go live. So thank you for being here. Hey, man, watch them old Dens. We are very close to, I got to see the updated amount of hours, but I know we should be close to about 100 left or something like that. So with that being said, I'm talking about the deuce. Y'all be cool like y'all be cool. Y'all ain't got to go home. Imploring y'all to meet us in the Den for 2B Tuesday, but you got to get the fuck up out of here. Adios, amigo. 11 on the dot. We out. I'm hungry. Right? I can eat some real food. All right.